It takes a lot of time, effort, and discipline to develop them. But once they've been developed, it is extremely hard to change them. And hence we say they determine your fate. Hello, welcome to the Half Hour with Jonah Mungoshi. And today our topic is developing success habits. Are there habits that most people who succeed share? Yes. By the same token, are there habits that most people who fail share? A resounding yes. So by studying the habits of people who have succeeded, we can learn what it takes to succeed. And then we can use that learning to inform our own actions, to develop habits that will help us to succeed. Habits are of critical importance to human beings. Imagine you've just come from the VID, having managed to pass the test, and you have received your provisional driver's license. You sit in the driver's seat of the car from the driving school, and suddenly you're getting all these instructions from your instructor, and then you're told to start the car, and there's just an overload of information and you struggle to do it. Well, fast forward to maybe 2 years later, you've managed to get your license, you've been driving every day, maybe for the past 1 year, and everything is happening automatically. What has changed? Habits. At first, we have to make efforts to learn our habits. We are controlling what we need to do in order to learn the habits, but after that, the habits control us. So they actually say that all the repetitive actions we do over a period of time become habits. And then those habits will determine our fate or our destiny. So when it comes to success, there are certain habits that we find people who succeed tend to share. Let me share one with you right now. It's the habit of being enterprising. What do we mean by enterprising? I know that's a big word. Tirikureve kana chiti enterprising. Munhu watinoti ari enterprising, munhu anoshandisa zvaainazvo nenzira yepamusoro. Do you get what I'm saying? It's somebody who uses whatever they have at an optimal level. It's somebody who uses creativity. Vanowana nzira dzakasiyana dzine pundutso dzinoadd value kune zvaainazvo. So a lot of people will look at what they have and say, I don't really have much, there's nothing I can do. Let's use a practical example. Maybe someone has got a piece of land and they say, this piece of land is in an area that is not very good. The soil is not of high quality and there's gravel in the ground. What can I do? And they end up doing nothing. An enterprising person will then say, what can I do with this soil? Maybe they say, hey, wait a minute, there's this program, and I understand you've got to dig holes in the ground and you have to put Ivrinum foods which is fertile, and then next year it's easy because you've already dug the holes, and they start doing that. And they set themselves a program and say, well, I've got 1 hectare. If I wake up each day, I can just do cover a small area, another area, and by the end of, say, October, I know I've done the whole piece of land. So that is being resourceful, because you're taking the same resources, but you're using them in a creative way. So that is an enterprising person. An enterprising person uses whatever resources they have to the best of their ability, and they try something different. They are creative. So creativity and resourcefulness equal enterprising. So question for you, when you look at your life, what new things have you started, say in the past year, or even since the beginning of the year? Today is day number 145 since the beginning of the year, if I'm not mistaken. What is it that you have done that demonstrates that you have an enterprising habit? How have you demonstrated resourcefulness? What resources do you already have that you have used in a way that adds value? What creativity have you demonstrated? What have you done that is different and that adds value? So you can give yourself a mark. Anything from 1 out of 1 or 0 out of 1 out of 10 or 0 out of 10 if it's very low, up to 10 out of 10 if it's very high. But bear in mind that almost all the people that have achieved success through their efforts demonstrate a high level of being enterprising. They possess the habit of being enterprising. What about you? If you want to hear more and assess yourself more, stick around and I'll be sharing this on the other side.